Welcome back to Stephanie's World. I'm your wonderful YouTube channel host, Stephanie, of course. This is my channel. And today's video is inspired by none other than one of my favourite YouTube girlies, Nicole Riffy. Now, if I'm literally pronouncing your last name wrong, that's on me because I pronounce everything wrong. You can ask my co-host on my radio show. It's called The What's Up Show. Please go and listen to it. I'll literally leave a link below, you know, for our student radio channel. But if I pronounce your name wrong, I'm really sorry. So today, we're doing our video in the style of the Chronically Online series that I've seen people do a lot. But the queen herself, Nicole Riffy, I think started it. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I love watching her videos and I really wanted to do this type of style for the video today because I wanted each video in the series to have their own vibe. So we're gonna talk about our first day there down in London. Now, if you've watched episode 2, there was like, I've made a whole montage of how we got over there, and I did mention that beforehand going down to London that I got so ill that I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to go, but somehow I managed to make it. I don't even know how. I don't know how I did it, but we got there. Now, the bus journey down was fine. It was 9 hours. It was not the comfiest experience. I would highly recommend go by train. Even though if it's expensive, go by train, go by plane, just bus it if you're desperate. But moving onwards, on day 1 in London. So we get off the bus and we're like, where are we? So because my friend Rebecca, love her to bits, she has no sense of direction at all, none. But she Googled Maps the hell of this trip every single day. So I'm really happy about it. So we originally first got off at Victoria and we went to Stratford. Now, there was an incident with a suitcase. We're not going to get into it. But we're just not going to let Alison know what happened to the suitcase, okay? We're not going to let my sister know about anything that happened to the suitcase. That's between me and you. I broke the handle. But we're not going to let her know, guys, okay? That's between me and you, okay? That's a secret between me and you. So, but on the first day, we had our first exhibition straight away, which was this one right here. This was me at the Helios exhibition, but we're going to take a slight intermission because I've got to go and tell my cat Patrick off right now. So back to telling the story of day 1 thanks to the interruption from Patrick, the nightmare cat of today's filming, okay? Okay, you would think it would be my cat Florence. It's not. She's sleeping in her bed. Patrick, he's not so handsome today. Yes, I said it. Get over it. Okay, so by this time, me and Becca saw the wonderful exhibition. Go and check out episode 2 to get a lovely montage. And I almost broke my back trying to get these shots. I had a bad back, and here's me. I'm literally kneeling on the floor like this. I'm right under it. I'm over here. Like, it's so bad. That was really fun. Now, we did go then next, after checking into the hotel and chilling out, you know, catching our breath, recuperating, you know, trying to save my breaking back from carrying that heavy camera bag about all day. Now, I left my camera inside the room, the one that is filming us right now, okay? And I left it in the room because we were told where we were going to visit, the Horizon 22, that we weren't allowed to take in professional cameras. And this is what we read up on the website. And that's what I called up to ask about as well, just to double check, because I really wanted to film. So me and Becca were walking to the O2 Horizon, and I kid you not, I felt like an ant amongst all those buildings. I was like this, oh my God, Becca, we're not going up there, are we? She went, yeah, that's where we're going. I'm like, Becca, I can't do this. I got vertigo, you can't make me do this. She's like, Stephanie, it'll be an experience. And I'm like, Becca, please, I can't do it. And then, so we get to security. Now, you'd think they would just let us up. You know, it would be like a little hi, meet and greet. Like when you go to an exhibition, you show them your ticket, you get in the line, you go through, you get in the lift, you go up. No, 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 no. This was something else. We get to the doors, I'm like, Becca, what's going on here? Why is there like about 10 security guards? They had this was the most secured, this was more secured than the O2, okay? And this was just a tiny little gateway to get into the room. So we go up this flight of escalators past a couple bodyguards. Then we get up to the top of this little escalator, right? This is just the first floor, the first journey on the way up. And we got up, and then as I'm looking at Becca, I'm like, Becca, is that a metal detector? And she's like, yeah. I went, Becca, are we going through airport security here? What is going on? All we're going to do is go up to a tall building and look at a view. What's going on here? But we managed to make it through all clear because I was really worried because I did put Bluetooth microphones in there that we weren't going to get through. But we're fine. So we get in this lift. So we got off the elevator, and I have to say the view was spectacular. Was the vertigo? No, it wasn't spectacular. That was awful. But I got over it real quick. I was like, Stephanie, get your act together. Okay, we're in a public place. You cannot be looking sick in front of Becca. And if you spew in public, I'm not forgiving myself. That is complete humiliation. So we did get some lovely photos that I didn't print off because I actually forgot to print any of them off, and I didn't want to print any of them off because most of them were of my back, and yeah, I had my bra straps out, and I didn't want my bra straps up in YouTube. That is embarrassing. But this is one photo of it. It's really nice. I stood in the corner too. Whilst we were up there, the strangest thing happened. So I'm just casually looking out the window. I get a tap on my shoulder. I turn around, because obviously someone's tapped me on the shoulder. And they go, see you at the concert tomorrow. And I'm like, what? And they're handing me and Becca sticker sheets. And it's 2 moas. All the way up, 58 flights in a building, looking at this wonderful view of London. I run in to 2 other moas, 2 kind, lovely moas, who decide to give me a sticker pack. That was a lovely experience. I was just so happy because I had my TXT bag on. I just wear it about all the time because I absolutely love it. And to meet people like who are also fans as well was an absolutely surreal experience for me, especially because one of them came from Poland and the other one was from the UK. They were 2 lovely, they were both really lovely, and they were so kind, and I was really happy because, let me tell you, there's not a lot of MOAs in Fife, as far as I'm aware. If you are a MOA and you do live in the Kingdom of Fife, you know, just drop a comment down below. That would be great. Or just, you know, hit the like button as well. That would also be great. This orange duck right here, I will leave the link for it down below because my brain is not on currently. But that orange duck was the best duck me and Becca have ever had. We had it in Chinatown. It was absolutely amazing. I was like, Becca, how does such good duck exist in this world? And she's just like, I don't know, Stephanie. I don't know what they've done to it. But we've got these wonderful dumplings as well, and me and Becca were in heaven. And then we were so knackered, we just decided after Chinatown, we were going to just go back to the hotel and chill for a night. So now, on to day 2. Welcome back. And now we're going to talk about day 2. Yes, I've got the hood up for dramatic effect because we need dramatics, guys. I have my Moa bung out. Just to point, this is version 2, by the way. But we'll get into the story about this later. But now, we have new photos and photos. They're not going to stick. Come on, guys, cooperate today. Like, come on. There, honestly. You buy some glue tack at the shop. Honestly. But welcome back to day 2. It's the day. It is the day. The day that I have waited for 6 years. Yes. It is the day that I go and see Tomorrow by Together concert at the hotel. Day 2 had to be the best day of my life. The best day. Now, me and Becca set off and we went to our first exhibition. Yes, we booked an exhibition every day whilst we were down in London because why not? And we went to the gallery in Sloane, in the Sloane area. And I'm going to put the gallery name down below because I can't pronounce it. But it had to do with a dried flower exhibition, and not only that, flowers in general. Every artwork had flowers in it. It was amazing. There was like 5 different rooms. This is me at the flower exhibition. As you can see, I'm only 5'1". This thing was massive. It was 2 floors high. 2 floors high. And not only that, I was wearing a really cute outfit that day. You can go and see it on my Instagram. It was amazing. Me and Becca went to this exhibition. It was amazing. I already showed you the bag in episode 2 of what I got from the gallery. I was pretty chuffed because you already know that. Me and Becca then went to a place that she was really, really excited to go to, and that was Borough Market. So we went, it was packed. I was like, well, bro, Becca, me and Becca clung to each other for dear life. But it was an experience. It was nice. Did it also smell of 500 different types of food? Yes. Was it very warm because of all the people? Yes. Did it make me feel a bit uncomfortable because people were just grazing past me and I was in a big crowd? And people were, they don't know. They don't know, if you go into a crowd, they don't know if you're autistic. They don't know you don't like to be touched. A lot of people don't know that, but that was a hurdle that we had to overcome because we wanted to go and try these tacos. Yes, we didn't go to the Black Pig. The Black Pig was too long, and frankly, we didn't have enough time because we wanted to get back to get ready for the concert. We had these tacos, right? They were disappointing. Okay, we went to Borough Market expecting some really good food. I got a fish one, right? Because cod on a taco, right? It's really nice, especially cod tacos from Taco Libre in Edinburgh. Okay, that's a place you should hit up if you want some good tacos. Okay, Becca didn't like her one, and mine wasn't fully cooked. That was an issue because, I know what cooked cod is like. I'm from a coastal town in Fife. We eat so much fish, it's ridiculous. Okay, this is like one of the fish areas in Scotland. Okay, it's the coastal path of Fife. Okay, we eat a lot of fish. I know what good fish tastes like. Okay, and that one ain't it. That wasn't it. So the tacos, aesthetically, they look pleasing on my wall, but you have been bad. So you're now off the wall. Okay, because you were bad, okay? But these were actually really good. So the woman who was selling the drinks, she was really nice. So we got these fruity drinks, fresh smoothie things. They were really nice. The woman who was selling them was really nice and patient, So, well, she was just really kind. That's what you want when you go to a busy market. You want people to be kind, and you're going to be kind to them because I can imagine with so many people in the market that sometimes people are going to get a bit impatient and a bit rude. So be kind to the people who are serving you your food, okay? That is a good reminder, okay? These places are busy. They did not expect to get that popular. They're already busy as it is, and now they're trending online and they're getting more and more busy. So please be kind, please be patient to these people, to the sellers, okay? Because they're being swept off their feet and they're just doing their best. So these are triple cooked chips, and one of the lassies who was serving them, I think, was from Fife. So it was great, or from Scotland. It was great because me and Becca were down there the whole time and people could not understand our accents. Like, oh, where are you from? Scotland. Where's that? It's part of the UK. You're English and you're asking us where Scotland is. Come on. You know what I mean? But after Burroughs, I was really impatient, and me and Becca ended up on the Jubilee line, and at one point we ran into a bunch of Moas. I didn't say hi because I was too nervous, but they're all dressed up. You all looked beautiful. Just saying, you all looked wonderful. Just saying to the Moas that you all looked wonderful dressed up in your nice outfits. I was subpar. I just wore a nice sparkly t-shirt. But at one point, me and Becca were all alone on the train. So I got this really funny clip that I put on my Instagram, which I'll leave the link down below again. That it's just me dancing in the train. But we got back. I got ready. Me and Becca, we were absolutely buzzing. Becca was going to go and see another show, which was about Count Dracula, which was like a comedy skit, and she dressed up in all red. As you can see, we've got socks on. We didn't put our shoes on yet. And I am wearing a glittery top. I kept to the theme of white and blue as well. And then I did my own makeup. Which you can see photos of. And you could probably see the whole process of my whole makeup in episode 2. Of working out with autism. I know it's probably one of the longest videos ever, probably, but I'm very proud of it, okay? Very proud of vlog 2. And then we went to the concert, and it was so easy to get to. So Becca then left me on my own. She said goodbye. And I went off to the merch line, where I bought this bad boy. Yes, check it out. Check it out. I got some merch. Yeah, cost me a pretty penny from my pocket money from my sister. Yes, I got pocket money from my sister to buy some merch. Did I use up every single penny of it? Yes, I did. And I also used it on this bad boy, which we'll get into. So I was so anxious, but the staff who were organising all the queues were really nice. The people who were handling all the merch and stuff, they were really nice. Like, I got to meet other Moas. People handed me all these lovely sticker packs. It was great, and I was like, I got to talking to a couple people and stuff, and I did try my best. I was really shy, but I did try my best, and then we went through to the Bluetooth room because I booked via O2, because I have O2, which you should have O2 priority as well. Not sponsored, but you should do it. And we went through and managed to get early access to my seat. And I was up in my seat and I was like, wow, we're here, we're here, we're here, we're here. And then the concert commenced. It was the best thing. It was the best day of my life. I cannot believe that I was seeing TXT for real. In real life, like they were real. They were on stage. I could see them on stage. I freaked out. The whole crowd were freaking out too, because a lot of European Moas, right, let me tell you, we're a good lot. We have been patient. We have waited 6 years, and the boys knew it. I think the boys really did know it. Like, we had waited 6 years to see them. They put on all their European concerts were absolutely out of this world, from what I've heard from other Moas online. The O2 one was amazing. It was amazing. Their live singing, boy, their mics were on. So anybody comes at them saying, oh, they're lip syncing. No, their mics were on, okay? They're dancing, amazing. Also, I didn't realise how tall they were. I was sitting quite high up, which was I had a good view. But even I can tell from where I was sitting that they were tall. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I can't imagine what it was like for Moas right standing up at the gate, but they were like tall. And they must have been like just like this. Oh my God, it's Yunjin. He's so tall. Oh my God, they're Subin. Oh, he's even taller. That's what they must have been like, because honestly, when people say like they're tall, believe it. Okay, but it was an amazing concert, and yes, I did cry. You will see a clip of me crying to my favourite song, Nap of a Star, which I didn't know was on the playlist. Couldn't find the playlist anywhere online for this concert at all for some reason, but they did sing Nap of a Star, which is my favourite song, and I cried like a baby. But O2, let's talk right now. The people who are running the merch store. You see this thing right here? Turn on, my friend, turn on. See this thing right here? This is a Moabong version 2 that I bought, and many other Moas did buy, on the day of the concert, okay? Now, during the concert, they automatically link up, and then that way they're all in sync. During the concert, they change the colours to fit the theme of the song and the set and stuff, and all the other lights that's going on. I don't know if it was just me, but I did spot a few other people as well who were having issues with their Moabongs that they bought at merchandise. They weren't linking up properly, and not only that, the batteries that were provided for them didn't last at all. Like, they sucked the life out of a battery, let me tell you. And it just kept on having issues connecting. Like, the amount of times I literally pressed this third button up here multiple times because it just wouldn't connect proper. Yeah, it was a nightmare. So at one point I just put it away because I was just gonna and it was gonna knock out another Moa, that's for sure. But that's one thing you might want to look into next time, is that there is an issue with these. There was an issue with these, so you might want to investigate that. But overall, the O2 was amazing. The concert was amazing. It was life-changing. It was an experience, a positive one. I mean, I walked in there really anxious about going, because it's my first concert alone, and I came out feeling really, really proud of myself. I mean, I didn't even have to wear my loops. I only had to wear my loops going in the underground. And if you don't know what loops are, I'll leave a link down below for Amazon. But they're like little noise cancellers. They're amazing. It was amazing. I was just living the life. It was one of the best days of my life. I mean, you should have seen me walking back to the hotel. I was giddy. Becca was like, oh my God, you're just skipping. I was skipping. I had a bad back. I was skipping all the way back to the hotel. I was just like, I was in heaven. And Becca, kind Becca, came back and picked me up at the end of the concert. How nice is she? She's absolutely just one of the best. It's why she's my best friend. But yes, day 2 was amazing. And it will be remembered as one of my favourite days of my life forever. Now, moving on to day 3. Back to day 3. Yeah, I'm a singer. So back to day 3, the final day in London after the most amazing concert. We were buzzing. I was buzzing. Me and Becca were living for life. So me and Becca had planned the whole day out again, because that's what we do. We're meticulous planners. So that day we had planned to go to the Frameless exhibition, and we also decided we really wanted to go back to Chinatown because we loved the food there. So me and Becca went back to Chinatown. We tried out the Taiwanese chicken place, which was really, really good. Got a video of me munching on that. Also sipping on the best bubble tea ever. But that's just a couple of stores down, and that was really good because we're just chilling in the sun, sitting, eating our food. But then Becca all of a sudden spotted the Lego store, and I was like, Becca, should we go? She was like, yes, we have to go. We went to the Lego store and I was buzzing. They had the new F1 Legos out. I was like, oh my God. So did I take loads of pictures just for the memories of these Lego cars? Yes. Did I also play the game that was actually meant for children, where you build your own car and you race your own car? And did I win? Yes, because look at how glorious she is. She's pink. Even she's wearing a pink outfit. And she's got a love heart on her car. Come on. Come on. Of course she's the fastest thing on 4 wheels at the Lego store, okay? She's an absolute beauty, okay? And Becca couldn't resist. She bought herself one of the miniature London postcards as well, and the Lego store was lovely. So after that, me and Becca went to Hyde Park. Frameless exhibition, we didn't realise, was actually just a 3 to 5 minute walk from Hyde Park, so at the Marble Arch. So went to Hyde Park because we had to wait an hour until our tickets were like activated for the exhibition. So we're just chilling out in Hyde Park, and then we just walked over to the Frameless exhibition. I tell you what, they start right away. Like, as soon as you're going down the escalator and it's all mirrored, you feel the immersive experience right away. This experience, the Frameless, I highly recommend that you go. It was amazing. We had the mirror room. This is the mirror room. It was amazing. All the artwork shifted and it moved, and it was a mind trip in there. The other one we went to was an interactive room. It was great. I mean, at one point we went back to the room and I started running around on the ground to move all like the pieces, like petals, and people didn't realise they moved. And then we started a whole movement. But you can go and watch episode 2 of Rocking Out With Autism, linked below for you to go and watch. So that was really fun. Me and Becca spent ages in there, I'm not gonna lie. We really loved it. Me and Becca both enjoy art like nobody's business. It's amazing. After the Frameless, we went back. So me and Becca, what is going on here today? The protesting from the wall. Stay, okay? Do me proud, okay? So me and Becca, we went back and picked up our luggage because the people at the hotel, I have to say, the hotel experience was amazing. The staff were really nice and accommodating. The breakfasts in the morning were really good. Where we were staying was really nice. It was really convenient. So I will recommend, if you're going down to London, stay in Stratford. It's really nice. And also the main train station is easy. It's easy for you to commute all about London and get to places much easier if you're at a central station like Stratford and Victoria. It's much better. So me and Becca picked up our stuff and we made a journey back to Victoria bus station. And it was stressful because one part of it was closed and we had to go out on a separate street, but we made it. But this bus journey on the way back up was going to be a bit more rougher and a bit more taxing on dear Stephanie, okay? My legs swell up, like my calves, my feet and my ankles swell up, like they were solid, like no, it was bad, it was bad. It was also very hot on the bus. I don't know why they couldn't put aircon on. You would think they would put aircon on, especially with the amount of bodies on the bus. But this bus was really busy until I got to Newcastle, and then loads of people got off. But my legs were stiff for 2 days, like from my calves, my feet, they were swollen for 2 days. It was the most bizarre experience. I don't know what happened. It was definitely because of the journey on the bus. And I don't want to experience again. Like, the journey back wasn't the best. And then Stephanie got home, and that was the end of our London trip. Reflecting back on the whole journey of Rocking Out With Autism, first off, I have to thank the boys for even coming to London, for finally, Big Hit finally for listening to European and UK MOAs for actually, because we've begged online for years for them to come here, okay? And they finally did, okay? And they put on the show of their lives, to the point where Yeonjun, busted his lip open. But I hope Yeonjun's lip is doing all right, okay? They were amazing. They were out of this world. It was an unforgettable experience. I'm going to give you some advice for an autistic person going down to London, okay? First off, go with someone. At least go with just one really good friend, best friend. That's my main advice to you, okay? Go with someone who, is going to be a bit on their toes with everything that's going on. Okay, go with a really close friend that you feel comfortable with. You can't go on your own. If you maybe one day, But the first time you go to a big city, please go with someone. It will be much easier for you. It'll be much easier for them. You know, it's kind of like, you don't have to be autistic to know that cities are very overwhelming. The second thing is, invest in loops. If you suffer from like any type of sensory issues like I do, not everybody with autism suffers with sensory issues. I do, unfortunately. It's a pain in the bum. But loops, noise cancellers are the best way to go about it, especially on the tubes, okay? The tubes make this really high ringing sound that is absolutely awful for anyone. So hearing stuff, sensory stuff, like just to help aid that, that's amazing. Also, if you're going down, if you feel like a bit anxious, just go over it again. Just go over your plans again. If you're feeling a bit anxious, just go, right, I think I'm going to double check this and recheck this. But then at one point, just be like with yourself, I've got this, we've got this. You've just got to tell yourself that. That's the mentality you've just got to go with. Like, I've got this. Because when you want to do something so bad, and I know the anxiety can really take over you, you've just got to say, no, you have to do something for me. And that's something you're going to cling on to, and you're going to push yourself forward to do it. Because this going down to London with my friend Becca, and even going to the concert, took me years of coping strategies and stuff to put into place for myself. Like, at one point, if I felt even a little bit overwhelmed, we would stop in a quiet area and we would relax. Becca was great, because I don't think it's easy handling someone with autism, especially we live in our own little bubble. Sometimes I would go off like I'm a rocket. Like, I'm living in my own little world. It wasn't always easy on her, and it's not always easy on my friends whoever I go out with. But I do appreciate your kindness and your patience with me and stuff, especially if I'm going out and I'm starting to drift in my own bubble. You know what I mean? So that's not easy. And the O2 was an amazing experience for a first concert. I would say, I don't know about other accessibilities like for wheelchair users, but for people like me, it was really easy. The staff were really nice. If you have the right fandom like MOAs, they're really nice. It adds to the experience, and also kind of lessens your anxiety a bit to know that you're amongst people who have the same interests as you. But also, a lot of us, you don't know in the crowd like who else is like neurodivergent, and all of them are just as nervous as you are to be in a big crowd as well. So take that into consideration as well. And I'm just going to say to you, just go for it. If you want to go and see a concert, go to the concert. But I would highly suggest, if you don't feel like you can do it on your own, just go with a friend, or maybe just get a seat that's more private. Talk to the staff, talk to the venue staff and say, where's a more quieter spot, where can I feel like can I get into this, like what entrance can I get into that's a bit more quiet, you know what I mean? Like, talk to them. I'm sure they're willing to accommodate you. But this whole experience has been absolutely amazing. For me, it's boosted my confidence, because I'm planning to move to uni in a couple months' time in September. Yeah, I'm going to be moving and I'm going to be living on my own. And this experience has kind of given me the boost of confidence that I kind of really needed to kind of say to myself, you've got this. You've got this. As for coping strategies, everybody's different. Obviously, I had my loops at times. I had my friend Becca help me calm me down. Like, I didn't have any panic attacks, but if I felt like I just felt a bit overwhelmed, I can just be in Becca's presence, and she's a very calming creature, and that's something that you kind of need. You need someone who's going to be that calm. And then, oh my god, Fo, we're doing an emotional monologue, and what are you doing? Honestly. But I'm really happy with myself. I'm really proud of myself, because when I tell people what I've done, they look at me and they're like, wow. And it doesn't register with me, the wow factor part, okay? It doesn't register with me. we're going to have arguments here, for it doesn't, the wow factor doesn't register with me. It's something like, oh, I've just went and done it, like it's something that I've just went and done. And I don't take in the fact that this is a huge step for me, like for my development, because I feel like when you have autism, you kind of have to develop parts of yourself a bit slower than most, like socializing skills, or maybe even just going to the shop, being able to go out go out and get your own shopping, or going out to meet up a friend with coffee on your own, you know what I mean? Like it's like these type of small steps you need to get to, like, just being a bit more independent, or maybe relying a bit more on yourself. So I'm really, really chuffed with myself, and I just want to thank everybody who's been a part of the Rocking Out With Autism project, who've helped me plan this trip. My bestie Becca, who have helped me film. That's Emma behind the camera right now. To all my friends who messaged me every day whilst I was down there, Erin, and also my friends Charlie and Holly as well. They were a great support for when I was going to go down. My sister Alison as well, because my sister Alison lives with me and she has to put up with me, because I was really anxious about going down, and not only that, I got really sick before I went down. It was really bad, and she helped look after me. She helped me get myself back on my feet to be able to go back to go on this trip. So I'm thankful to her, and to you guys for coming along on this journey with me. It's my God, it's been a journey, and let me tell you, it has been a journey to get to this point. But I'm really proud of myself, of what I've done and what I've achieved, and I hope that you can take something away from this, hopefully. If you would like any more advice about travelling to a concert for the first time, you can comment down below and I'll try and answer as many as I can. But this has been Rocking Out With Autism. I hope you've enjoyed this series. And this is not the end of the video uploading on Stephanie's World, okay? I'm gonna come out with something else. I just don't know when or how, but please be patient. But please like, follow and subscribe. And this has been Stephanie on Stephanie's World. Have a good day, everyone.